And if we're going back to hockey now, it's 0-0 after one in the Preds.
I also saw something in the papers kind of interesting. The Ducks are actually tied now with the Kings for this. Only teams in hockey to come back from 2-goal deficits 4 times in the same postseason. The Kings did it in 12, I think. The Ducks have come back from 2-goal deficit 4 times in this series. And they and the Kings are the only teams that have done that.
And kind of watching the game and seeing how it was kind of just flowing together, I think we're seriously missing Patrick Eaves.
Tremendous.
No doubt. He's just that guy that is always around the net, that found that puck that bounced off,
exactly.
The goalie or off a defender to find it. He played 20 games for us and in 14 points. And in the postseason, he's only played 7 games, has 4 points. But, he had 14 points and 11 goals in those 20 games. And I think we're missing that.
He's always around the net.
He's scrappy, He's not that guy that's going to go push you around. Like a Cogliano is the kind of guy, he's going to go after you and hit you, but he's also going to be fast and make some things happen. Eaves is that kind of guy that floats around the ice and you just don't, there he is, and then he's scoring, And they're a great pickup from Dallas. Yeah. And we don't, it's just, last time I heard about him, he was on crutches. So I don't know where he stands.
Now that they're into the conference finals, I think that upgrades the pick Dallas gets from the Ducks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But who cares?
Yeah, no, at this point, who cares?
Let's win now.
The other guy that they're missing on defense is Bieksa.
Yes, exactly. I have that
which, arguably a bigger deal,
right.
From my vantage point,
right.
down, Eaves, sure, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that. But Bieksa, they've had some problems giving up some goals.
Yep.
And that's definitely an issue. It's definitely going to be a problem. This is a good sign for the Ducks tonight, to go scoreless, to hold Nashville scoreless, get into that second. But obviously, because they can score, the Ducks can put pucks in the net. So you're not too worried about that. But for them to have held Nashville,
I think it's a good momentum builder to get through that first period. Quiet the crowd a little bit.
And because we're missing that Eaves guy, it's just really, Perry's going to have to step it up. Perry's going to have to make some things happen. I mean, I looked at some stuff. I mean, he had 53 points with 19 goals. And in the postseason, he's got 2 goals, right? One was huge in overtime. But, in 2015 and 16, he had 34 goals in the season, and he had 7 goals in the postseason. I mean, it's just, we need him to produce.
He needs to turn the clock back about 4 or 5 years.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And I just think the amount of money that we're paying him and the contract that he has, and with Getzlaf really holding his own and playing great hockey, he needs to do the same. And I'm just, stupid penalties and I don't know. It's mediocre hockey out in my eyes.
Yeah, he hasn't. It's not the Corey Perry we're used to seeing. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think more good news for the Ducks is they continue to win the face-off battles. Mm-hmm. So they're winning draws.
Yes,
52-48. I think in their second game in their second game 56% to 44% in that first game in the first game and 52-48 in the second. And also, the Preds have not scored a power play goal.
Yeah,
that's good news.
And we finally did.
Yeah,
finally. Exactly.
That's good news for the Ducks. Yeah. So,
but in the first period on Sunday, outshot 10-5. Ended up getting outshot for the whole entire game, 32-27. I mean, we're getting outshot, and that's. I like that in the second period we kind of gained back that difference, but it's still, it's. I like that we're going to be competitive. It's not. I hope we don't run in. I don't think Nashville's the team that's going to show up and they're so fast they're going to beat you 7-0 or But
right.
I seriously think we still need to keep pushing them up against the boards and hitting them. To let them know that you need to be physical against those guys because they have a little bit of speed, but they also have some big guys back in defense that can hold their own.
Right.
So
right, I think for the Ducks, the thing that they need to be careful of, you're in Johansson's head, you're in Nashville's head a little bit, But that's when you start to get out of your game, when you start, going after the hits, trying to, build those numbers, checks and hits. And that's when you start to fall out of your game. So they got to keep that balance of being on attack, dumping it, getting it in the zone, and really cycling it, and then breaking away when they can, getting those good passes and those outlets. But they can't fall into that just trying to keep hitting the Predators because number one, the Predators will hit back, and number two, you'll just slip right out of your game plan. And you don't want to do that, especially don't want to do it on the road. You've got to get one back. You've lost home ice advantage. Not that there is much one, as you were saying before. Not that there's a lot, but this feels like a 7-game series.
Yes,
it feels like it's coming back, but you've got to take one back so that you have a little margin for error.
I think it's easier to win a 3 or 4 than it is to win a 6.
Yeah.
If they have to win game 6 to get the home ice back, it's going to be over.
Yeah.
It'll be over in 6.
Yeah, I agree.